Brandon the Prodigy Curry, a veteran from Tennessee, scored a stunning win over defending champion William Bonac to win the 31st Arnold Classic in March this year. Curry received the congratulations from Arnold Schwarzenegger and a check for $130,000, a Tony Novak official champion's jacket and the champion's trophy. Curry, with his wife and 4 children sat in the audience, won the Arnold Classic for the first time. This got us thinking that there are some useful things that we can learn about building muscle from the guys who do it the best. Stay tuned if this is your aim. This video was brought to you by Amino, and it's our mission to revolutionise the sport and health beverage market using amino acids, the building blocks of protein. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell below, so when we produce more cool content like this, you'll be the first to get it. Brandon has been on the brink of stardom for a long time, and at the age of 36, he is well documented on sites like bodybuilding.com and other well-known resources. He was cleaning up at in-house amateur competitions at just the age of 22, but more impressively, he had the type of physique that other guys spend their whole life pursuing. He had the makings of a world-class physique, and this was plain to see with his clear lines, incredible definition, and pure aesthetics. He continued to squash the amateurs and earned his 212 Division Pro card in 2008, showing that he was here to stay. He's also been featured in his own web series called Brandon Curry Unleashed, which is definitely worth watching if you're interested. Since then, Brandon has grabbed a dozen top 10 finishes as an IFBB pro and is now taking the top spot due to all of his hard work. His humble attitude and work ethic will keep him in the race to come for years. It's well documented that his philosophy around training varies with his growth and knowledge as an athlete, but there seem to be 4 areas that come up consistently when referenced by him. Firstly, his love of compound movements, or the big 3 as he refers to it. This is in reference to the squat, the deadlift and the bench press. These are moves that are used in powerlifting. But why would a bodybuilder favour this type of training, and what's there to gain? Well, it's all to do with the movement's effects on testosterone release, but more importantly the fact that it works a large group of muscles at the same time. This level of stimulation that is necessary for growing muscle tissue is hard to achieve when just training individual muscles alone. Secondly, Curry talks about progressive overload being his main aim, mostly in the aspect of intensity. But what does that mean, and how can we use it? Well, according to Chris Beardsley of strengthandconditioningresearch.com, progressive overload is basically the way in which we take the adaptation resulting from a previous workout into account when performing subsequent workouts. After a workout in which we lift heavy weights, all of the various adaptations that contribute to the gains in muscle strength are stimulated. After workouts involving light or moderate weights, it's likely that only an increase in muscle fiber size are stimulated. This is why lifting heavy weights leads to greater gains in maximal strength rather than lifting light or moderate ones. Either way, when we come to perform the next workout, we are stronger. This means that in the next workout, we have the option of making progress if we so choose to. We can either lift a slightly heavier weight for the same number of reps, or we can lift the same weight for a larger number of reps. This continual addition of either more reps or more weight is progressive overload. It basically means keep making your training more difficult. Curry prefers the intensity route, so that means he's more likely to keep his sets and reps the same, but increase the weight. Thirdly, Curry talks a lot about accentuated eccentric based training in the beginning of his training week. It sounds complex, but it's not as confusing as you may think. When you train, you can use 3 types of muscle action: concentric, isometric or eccentric. These are present in most of the moves you already perform. Accentuated eccentrics basically focus a lot of the work on the lowering part of the exercise. This is the type of training that stimulates the greatest size and strength gains in comparison to concentric training. But why is that? There are several potential reasons for this theory, and these include that there are greater neural adaptations to eccentric training rather than concentric training, that there are more important force output produced during a maximal eccentric action because you can use a higher external load, and there's also some evidence to show that maximal eccentric actions will preferably recruit fast twitch muscle fibers, which are more responsive to muscle growth and strengthening. Finally, Curry talks about the idea of functional muscle, which is pretty easy to describe. It basically means looking amazing but still being able to function and move well as an athlete. This is definitely something individuals should aspire to as they move through their fitness journey, especially as you get older. Mastery of movement and the body is an essential part of the good life. What are your thoughts on this mammoth of a performer? If size is your goal, will you implement or research any of these tactics? See if you can fit them into your training somewhere. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, share it and subscribe to our channel, and leave any questions or comments in the box below, and we'll try to answer as many as possible. Until next time, keep crushing it.